Monitoring is important for the local land services Western region because it tells us whether the project is achieving its intended outcomes. It's also important to our funding partners and the general public to demonstrate to them that these projects are actually achieving the positive outcomes. Monitoring is carried out each year in September in the form of a photo point. We also encourage landholders to take photo points in April to provide an impartial comparison of the condition of the land throughout the seasons. To find out your monitoring requirements, you should have got some monitoring guidelines with the contract, or you can go and see your local land services officer. So right now I'm going to show you how to set up a funding monitoring site. To select the location of a monitoring point, you need to find a spot in the paddock that will be easy to find, and it's representative of the vegetation type within that paddock, and it's not too close to water, so the ideal distance from water is between 1 and 2 kilometres away from a watering point. To set up a monitoring point, you need to get 2 star pickets and put them in 10 metres apart in a north-south direction. So avoid putting them in an east-west direction because that will increase the likelihood of sun glare. You need to also mark the point on a GPS, and if you don't have a GPS, a map will do, so you can find that site the next year. You also need a blackboard, and on the blackboard write down the paddock name, the project number and the date of the photo. To take the photo, you need to stand at the southern post and look towards the northern post and aim the centre of the viewfinder of the camera at the base of the post, and that way you get only 1/3 sky and 2/3 ground, and that's what we're trying to monitor, the ground. So after you've taken the photo, you need to record some basic information about that paddock, and these are things like rainfall, the management changes over the last 12 months, and also things about ground cover and the available feed, and how many feral goats, if that's applicable, you've removed, and just any other natural changes that have occurred. It could have been something like a locust plague, a dust storm, or things like that. The monitoring data can be submitted either one of 3 ways. You can submit it in person to your nearest local land services office, or you can email it with the monitoring data attached, or you can post it. Thank you for your support in collecting this valuable data. Having reliable information such as this will have real benefits in improving our region.